Everyone, this video here is an addition to a video that I did yesterday, and I didn't quite yet get it posted. So after this segment will be the original video. And I just had a subscriber comment to me, Michelle Salazar, and she brought up the corn prices and the floodings in the Plains area in the Midwest. And, you know, we don't think about it, the devastation. And I was kind of questioning if I wanted to post that video yesterday or not. But Michelle had made the comment that because of all this flooding and the loss, that she's going to the store and buying corn and mixed vegetables and looking for sales on beef so she can dehydrate and also can. And it's a good idea because prices are going to go through the roof here in the next couple of years. People really don't know. You watch the news. Sorry, I'm in my husband's truck and I'm bouncing quite a bit. But you see the news of the floods and the polar vortex. And, you know, when we live down in places like Arizona and other states, you don't really see the impact that these farmers are having to go through. And right now, we're in South Dakota. And it's crazy still, the flooding. And, you know, I read articles of over $400 million lost in the beef industry from these storms.
That was just Nebraska.
That was Nebraska, yes. And over $400 million lost in agriculture in Nebraska. And that's not talking Iowa, the devastation and the flooding that they had. It's not, you know, we read an article where the Nebraska National Guard was having to drop hay into the fields for the cows to eat because they couldn't even get to them. You know, this is why we prep. And so go ahead and look at that other video. This is why we prep. You know, there are circumstances that you do not know what's going to happen. And I'm going to turn the camera around and let you take a look at what we're going through right now in South, Dakota. And they're still supposed to get rain in the next couple days. Beautiful South Dakota. Beautiful state, but people don't realize what people are going through here. And it all impacts us as a world, us as the country, in prices, in beef and corn, soy, crops, you know. So this is why we prep, and I hope you enjoyed the video coming up.
Look at it out here, Lloyd. I gotta get over.
Throw me a rope, man. I need to pull up the hill. I was gonna get out the boat now and start blowing up the hill.
Wow.
So we're getting on
I-29 north.
I-29 north. Council Bluff, I-29 south is completely closed down. Everyone, welcome back to Obsessive Chicks. Today I'm going to just do a little chit-chat video. We're in the truck, been out on the road with my husband for 16 days all over the United States. And we've probably got about another 7 to 10 days left before we can actually make our way home. And this video is all about, you know, chit-chatting, some of my subscribers' comments about things that I wasn't aware of. And then also, again, why we prep. And I know I use these examples, but, you know, we just keep getting hit with so many different things. And it just, why we should prep. But this all started like our trip. We've literally had a nightmare trip all the way on the I-10 heading from west to east. That was a nightmare. Road constructions, accidents. Then we worked our way up from Florida all the way up to Omaha, Nebraska. And our mess started in Missouri, and it all started on the floodings, and literally we had to bypass roads. So through Missouri and Nebraska into Iowa, and you know, just things to think about. You know, people get so busy in their lives fast, driving down roads, and we're on detour roads, and the I-29 got shut down, and you know, eventually we're on the I-75, and in the middle of the night, 2-lane farm roads, and people just hauling, and to the point where there was a fatality head on because people trying to go so fast. Slow down a little bit, you know. And then that I-75 moved us over to try to find the I-50 to get up to Omaha, Nebraska, and it's just a lot of chaos in these areas. And I just ask everybody to kind of slow down and think about these poor people in Nebraska, Missouri, Iowa, with these flooded farms and having to deal with this. And these are farm fields. This is nothing to what they have down south of Omaha. But this is just sad. You know, just so much things in my head that I'm trying to think about, not have a run-on video for y'all. I wanted to do this video and just to bring up one of our subscribers, Alpha Jack, brought up an article I'll have linked down below of Weiss Foods. And a lot of people know about it already. In case you don't know about it, this is just an information. I'll leave the link below in a couple videos people have done. I won't get into the full depths of it, but they had a major lawsuit against them. And it's pretty much shelf life, not exactly what they said it was. Calorie intake wasn't what they said it was. And so read these articles, you know, and that's why I always kind of press, try to do your own things, store your own products, dehydrate your own foods, keep your flours, your wheats, your beans, your legumes, grits, rice, sugar, all of that stuff you can store long-term for a long period of time. And just because these bucket meals say shelf life 25 years doesn't always mean that it's that time. And so I did a video years ago about just because it says that it's 25, it was on August, and just because the bucket said 25 shelf life didn't mean that it was. And eventually they changed the bucket because some of the products in the buckets lasted 25 years. The majority of the products that they used in the bucket only lasted like 10, 12 years. And that's major false advertisement, and I guess that's what Weiss got hit on. I knew about this years ago when we had a retail surplus store. Weiss tried to give me food products to put in my store, and their comparison wasn't even anywhere close to Mountain House food. So if you want something that's shelf stable and freeze-dried, Mountain House is great. You know, everybody knows that I love Honeyville. Honeyville stands by their product. It is what it is. And I am no affiliate to Honeyville. They don't even know who I am, but I am just guaranteed on their products. And going back to Nebraska, my heart, I say Nebraska, Missouri, Iowa, my heart goes out to all of you out there in those flooded regions. It's a nightmare. We've driven through it, bypassed roads, and you know, it just leads to me to why we should prep and storing food. People have made comments that, you know, what if your house burns down? What if it floods? Well, those things can happen. You buy car insurance, you buy homeowners insurance. To me, our preps are insurance. And yes, you know, you don't want to store everything in one place. You know, if you have the property, if you have the ability, family, friends, other houses to store these, you know, if you know I've been storing food and doing food for over 25 years. And I do not just have one location. But some people, that's all they've got. And I personally would rather have it in one location if I didn't have other places and have it than not have it. And we always have those risks of fires and storms and maybe taking it all, but I think more than not, you're going to have it for your needs, sustainability. Anyways, you know, I did a video on canny meats that came out today, and I've got tons of comments on people going, you didn't add broth? You don't add broth? I don't I had brought any of my canned meats. I dry pack everything. And you'll see the juices in it and the fats, and I don't have a problem looking at it. I've watched some people where they're like, I can't stand it. You have to can it this way. You don't. You can dry pack. I like the fats. So check out our canning meats video, hamburger, sausage, and sausage patties. And I just wanted to say, hey, think about prepping. Keep your preps up. You know, sustainability is always the best thing. We do have major disasters like what is going on here in Nebraska, and Missouri, and Idaho, and Iowa, and said Idaho. We've been everywhere. I'm confused. And it just gives you another reason why you need to prep. So, Alpha Jacks, thank you for that information on Weiss. I didn't know about it until you had told me about it, and I appreciate it. Those links will be down below if you're interested in looking at it. I hope you all have a blessed day. My heart goes out to you. God bless you all. We're on our way up to Sioux City, Iowa. This is just so sad. I mean, and I'm sure that this is not even close to what the majority. So many fields that are flooded.
Yeah, the crops ruined. Well, I don't think they've planted yet.
Out there, all that white, is that
Geese?
geese?
Or some kind of birds?
I mean, it's like it's a lake and all the birds are in the water.